Page 136. Develop vocabulary. And if you have your journal, I know you don't have a lot of space, but it would be helpful to, we're going to go over these vocabulary words again. Is that done? No, okay. Line 36. Develop vocabulary, motivation, endurance, excel, drive, endurance, capacity. Woo! You have to have a lot of endurance to be a teacher. We're almost through our day. We're almost done with our day. There we are, tired. We're almost done. It's just been a long day today. A long day today. A long day today. What is this first? This is called vocabulary. Long day today. It's been a long, like, I can't even find my page right now.
What happened to the rest of the
I don't know, but I'm not waiting for them to get back. I said 205. Page 136. On Monday, we wrote down what some of these words mean. Do y'all remember? We went over them a little bit earlier. Motivation. What does motivation mean? Adrian, put your book down. What does motivation mean?
have energy to do something?
Not energy. That would be endurance. Endurance would be the ability to keep going, right? You have a lot of endurance. Those Kenyans they built their endurance by training in the higher altitude, right? But what else did they have? They had motivation. On page, let me see, page, I forgot what page it is. Motivation. Motivation. It said in paragraph 26, it says that's good motivation. Wait, it says by winning one marathon, a Kalenjin might earn enough to live on for an entire lifetime. That's pretty good motivation. What is motivation? Who remembers, or who has their vocabulary that we wrote down that you're going to be able to use on your test?
It means working for something you want.
Yes, a reason for doing something. You have a reason for doing something. Some of y'all have a reason maybe to clean your room because you get to play video games. Or you said you've been getting money for chores, right? So that's your motivation, isn't it? The money. He has Ray says he's been getting money for doing chores. So that's his motivation to clean. Otherwise, he probably wouldn't clean, would you, if you weren't getting money? Or some of y'all may have the motivation because you get to play video games if you're done, or if you do your homework or something along those lines. So the reason for doing something, capacity. What did I say about capacity? It's what? How much you can hold. I used my water bottle, I think on Monday. How much you can hold. Yes. What about excel? Adrian, you said this one earlier. Some of y'all will excel in 4th grade, and some may not do as well. So to do well or to be the best at something, to succeed is a little the orange word. Well, I don't think we need to go over all these. Ooh, drive. Drive's a hard one. Not like literally drive.
Like drive crazy.
Not to drive like you're driving a car. This is a different type of drive. It's kind of like similar to motivation. I guess the ambition or motivation to carry on. The want, I guess, is a good way. The want to carry on. The want to keep going. Sometimes, like those Kenyans, they're training at that high altitude. They have to have drive to get over those mountains. Otherwise, it's not very easy for them to do it. Yeah. The drive, the want. It says, read each pair of words from life at the top. Then write a sentence to explain how these words help you understand an idea from the text. Ooh. You have motivation and endurance. Motivation is the reason to keep going, and endurance is the ability to keep going. So do you think runners just wake up and they want to run? No, they probably have what? Runners need a reason or motivation, so runners need motivation to keep running, and then what helps them keep going, I guess.
Like water and food.
Not water and food. What helps them keep
Be the best.
not their energy, but what's the other vocabulary word there?
Be the best.
No, what's the other vocabulary word here? So let me start writing it down. What? So runners need motivation. Runners, you are writing this down, need motivation.
Keep going.
Motivation. Keep going. But how are they able to keep going? They have a lot of what?
Endurance.
Endurance. They have a lot of endurance. They have a lot of endurance to keep. Yeah. Zoom in? Yeah. Let me move it up so you can zoom. So runners need motivation to keep going, and they have a lot of endurance to keep going. Because if they didn't have that endurance, some of these runners would not be. They wouldn't be very good runners. Then write a sentence and explain how the understand the idea from the text. Excel. So which kind of runners excel was it talking about in the story? Y'all probably don't remember this one. The Calagian runners excel because they have a lot of what? What's the other vocabulary word there? Oh, I guess we should wait before I ask y'all a question. I'm just moving on at my own pace. Let me know when y'all have this done online. So would you say these runners excel at what they do?
Yes.
I don't even know. There's an I. Excel at running, I guess. Running, I guess? It doesn't really make sense. Running. Because they have a lot of what? What's our other vocabulary word up there?
Drive.
They have a lot of drive, or they have a lot of ambition or motivation, right, to keep them going? Because it said, at the end of the story, it said that they could possibly win one marathon and live for the entire life. And it's not like they're winning millions I don't think they win millions when they run those races, but they win.
How do they live for their entire lives?
Like, because the economy is so poor in Kenya that you can win probably like $100,000 and probably live off of that for the rest of your life. Versus if you win that in the United States, you could probably live for a few years like that, but you're eventually gonna have to go back to work.
I thought how they said you feed the whole entire country.
I don't think it said they'll feed an entire country, but they could probably support a lot of their family members too if they win a race like that because their economy's so poor.
But why is their economy so poor?
because they're like a third world country. They're not developed, so they're not like the United States that has a lot of resources and
like Japan.
yeah, like Japan too. Well, Japan's not a third world country. They have a lot of resources. But they're Canada's it's not a third. Another third world country would be like
Russia.
no, not Russia. Maybe.
India.
Yeah, India. India has parts of it that are third world countries. Yeah, but yeah, so they're not advanced. They don't have technology. They don't have resources. They don't have what we have. You go to Africa, it's not gonna have HEB or Walmart around the corner, and it's not gonna have a lot of cars. It's not gonna have a lot of houses like we have around here.
It's not gonna look like this, basically.
Huh?
Not gonna look like this.
No, it's not. They're not gonna have schools. Yeah, that's a big one. They don't have schools over there, so.
They don't have like.
Or their
They don't
schools.
have roads or that kind of
They might have a school that's the size of this classroom, and only a certain amount of kids can go because only certain parents can afford to let their kids go to school. Because maybe by a certain age, they may be needed.
Mexico like that?
Mexico has parts of it like that, and in some parts, some of those kids too, maybe they're older, they're a little bit older than y'all, probably 11, 12, 13. They might end up wanting to work to help support their families, so they won't finish school like y'all will.
That's sad.
Yeah, because they see their family struggling, or maybe they have younger siblings they want to help support, so they end up just going to work. So they never really finish school, never get the education you get, which in turn makes it like a poorer country, a poorer economy, because they don't have a lot of people with, I guess, degrees or good paying jobs, and it's a whole like trickle effect. So endurance plus capacity. Ooh. To increase their endurance, they have to what? Part of what do they have to do to their lung capacity? They have to do what? Is their lung capacity like great before they start training, or does it take them a while? Or training at high altitudes. Come on, wakey, Ashton Bakey. So, is their lung capacity really good before they start training in the mountains, you think? No, so they have to increase their endurance to increase their lung capacity. So they gotta increase both. And their endurance probably isn't high either when they start training. So to increase I guess their endurance they need to increase it's a nice increase their lung capacity. Why does it seem like it took us forever to do this? Why don't we try to give it a break? Which one do I want to do? Let's skip to that one today. I might do a skip to today. Okay. AJ, you're still taking the bus? Okay. Mariah, you're still getting picked up? Oh, I need to ask about those things.
My answer tomorrow, I'm gonna try to ride the bus.
Okay. Like in the morning or in the afternoon? Okay. Well, just let me know. If it's not in the morning, you need to let me know in the afternoon so I can let them know that you're riding the bus. And
Is there like, are there like where they stop, the bus stop somewhere?
by your house or close to your house, maybe. Depending on what bus it is, because you'll have to figure out what bus it is, too. We're going to do another page, but we're going to talk. Did y'all get this off the computer? We're going to talk about a picture before we go work out of our next page. Y'all on the computer, did y'all get it? That means y'all that are not answering, can I not hear y'all maybe? Oh yeah, I can hear you.
I got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go to page 1. No. Sorry, hold on. Let me find out what page it is. Paragraph 8. What? No, that's not it. That's not diagram. This is what this one is talking about. Let's go to page 129 in your book. 129. Before we answer this page over here. 129. Got a diagram here. It's a what, Jacob? What are these things called? Diagrams are what? It starts with a T, and the second word's an F. Jacob, are you awake?
What was it again?
Oh, a text feature. Page 129. It's a text feature. So, would this picture of that girl be a photograph or an illustration? You can tell me that part of this text feature. What do we say about illustrations? They are something you what? Something you take a picture of or something you draw? Something you draw. So like when I made the comparison to when you go to the carnival and they draw that picture of you with the bigger face or whatever, that would be an illustration. But this would be a photograph, right? It's a real picture of a real person. It's got some color in it. It's got a little bit of this, a little bit of that. She looks like she's running. So yeah, and then now, yeah, that's what we're going over now. We're going to go over this diagram. Why do you think it shows us this picture of the heart? Why do you think it tells? Why did they?
Because running helps with blood.
So running helps your blood. Good, yeah.
Of the blood.
To help us understand how the heart helps your,
So heart is force.
how the heart beats and how much blood pushes through, and how training at higher altitude, how running helps it. Why do you think they included the picture of the lungs?
Because it helps you breathe.
Helps you breathe. It helps you. Altitude helps you build your what? It starts with the C. It's one of our vocabulary words. Adrian, what is this that fills up a bottle? What is that called?
Capacity.
Capacity. So they included that picture to show the capacity of lungs increases at high altitudes so that you can take in more air. So they're growing. They're getting stronger, bigger. What about your muscles? Why did they include that one?
Because it's gonna make you stronger.
They're going to get stronger. They're going to help you run, right? If you got weak muscles, you're not going to be able to run at high altitudes because your body's going to get fatigued. Like Ray said, it gets fatigued when you get, or gets tired when you get higher up in the air.
So when you're on a plane,
Yeah, when you're in the air, it kind of takes the wind out of you. You feel a little different. Your ears pop. If you go to the mountains and you train in the mountains, or you even go to the mountains, sometimes you'll get dizzy because of the change of the air and the altitude and being so high.
and because you're closer to like space kind of.
Yeah, if you're closer to space than you are to, I guess, land.
Really, when
The
you
times
get
you're like far away.
sky,
Yeah.
that's the closer you get to space.
All right. Good job. Good job. I didn't think y'all would understand why they included those. 139. That's fin. Nope, not 139. My bad. 138. Look at me. I'm all over the place. Text features. Jacob's learned what some text features are this week. I don't know if he knew what they were before, but he's definitely learned this week. Ooh. So it says analyze text features is what we just did with that paragraph and that, or those, not paragraphs, those pictures, the diagram, and the photographs. So authors use text features such as headings, maps, diagrams, photographs, and illustrations to organize and support ideas in the text.
Well, Mr. Nantes, really those body parts that it showed are important.
Yes, they're important. Even not just for running, they're important for everyday life.
Yeah.
By analyzing
Lungs are very important.
By analyzing these print and graphic features, you can better understand the text. So we said they included them in there to help us understand how the altitude of how the altitude helps each one of those individual body parts. So text feature, I guess you put.
Really, when you are in space, it's gonna hurt
Oh,
your
that's two
body.
different ones. That's why I did that. Okay. So we were talking about the diagram of an athlete's body parts. So a diagram of an Come on, we're almost done. Athletes. 40. We're almost done. A diagram of an athlete's body. That's what we're talking about. The heart. You don't need it bigger.
The lungs and the muscles.
Yep, the heart, the muscles, the whatever else. I mean, some of y'all can probably, Jacob, you can probably already answer this part. What they tell or what they show. What did that diagram tell us or what did it show us? Come on, we're almost done for the day. Really push you up to the end of the day. Come on. Almost there. I know it's a hard life.
Oh, it's talking about the body parts, the heart, the lungs, and the muscles.
So how the altitude changes your heart, your lungs, and your muscles.
Yeah, the muscles, it just makes you stronger.
So
Really exercising helps the muscles to get stronger.
altitude changes the body. How the altitude changes the body. I'll put that down. Man, I wanted to do social studies, but I can't do it if we.
Well, Mr. Mother's really the most important body part is the heart.
Yeah, because you can't function without your heart.
And the veins connect to the heart.
Oh, I agree with you. No, I agree with you.
And it's like when it's twist,
Oh, I guess I put that on the wrong spot.
when you twist your hands up, you can see your veins.
Oh, so for the bottom part, how they help me understand? They help you understand what?
How the altitude changes.
I mean, yeah, I guess I put it in the wrong spot. I guess I could go both places. How they help me? I mean, I guess how altitude helps me become a better runner. How altitude makes better runners, I guess. Better runners. And it kept saying that, it kept like trying to prove that point because it kept saying, well, there's a lot of athletes that eat the same thing they eat, but they're not as successful as running. There's a lot of other places that have, what was it? The other comparison it made? Oh, my bad. Gotta zoom out. Right there, right? How altitude makes better runners. So there was another comparison.
I know something about the lungs, what happens when you breathe in and out.
What?
Like you get, it gets big when you breathe in, and smaller when it gets out.
Oh yeah, and then it said about the weather, how other places have really good similar weather, but they don't produce the same athletes, the same caliber. So it's saying once again, it's the altitude. Yep, a lot of them do. A lot of them do.
One time I played a football game.
And it's raining. Or I ran the blower on too hot. And I got that on my
I wish I could give y'all.
Miss,
Yeah.
I had to play, I had one game that was on my birthday and one that when it was raining,
Mhm.
and I had to play through it, and then the other one it was on my birthday. It was my birthday, and it was freezing cold. Because we had to wear like at least 2 blankets.
Yeah.
And my coach made us go out there. And we all had to work, and we all had to work for it. So my mom just took me out of the game.
Oh, we're about to do that page. Look, we're gonna link up with those guys again next door. Are y'all done with this page?
Yeah.
I think we have like one more.
No.
Not yet? Okay. We're gonna link up with them again. That's crazy that we're gonna be on the same page as them again. Yeah.
I got step on my knee 3 times.
What?
Because I stepped on cement.
Miss
Well,
143.
I was looking behind me, then stepped on cement. them, then the same thing
What's the
happens
next
again.
page?
143.
So I ran the blower 2 times.
143.
Why?
143.
I think that's got the ground case.
Or you're just clumsy. Or you're just clumsy. 143 is going to be our next page. We're still going to be talking about text.
I'm done.
All right, one more time. One more page of this book. There's so many pages in this book. 143. We're talking about, I guess, text features again. Text features. Text features. 143. We're almost done for the day. Don't look so happy to be in school. Read like a writer. It says authors use print or graphic features to help readers and find information, just like we talked about. Headings organize ideas based on a common topic or concept. Photographs. Are photographs pictures or drawings? Photographs. Pictures. And other graphic features help readers visualize ideas from the text. So look at the photograph near paragraph 8 and 9 and life at the top. The photograph shows Lorna Kiplagat, a woman from Kenya running in a race. Question, why does Veronica Ellis include this text feature? Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Look at this text feature and read the text. Is it all about altitude? Does anybody know what that part of the what this is called? Starts with an H. Maybe. Let me see if I can find my text feature that says what that is. Let me see. Starts with an H. It's called, they put them in stories. A title page, not a paragraph. Let me see if I can find what it's called. A what? It's okay if you're wrong. I don't think we really went over this. I knew. Oh! What is it called? What is all about the altitude called? Hello? Are you awake?
A heading.
A heading. I think she's muted. Yeah, it's called a heading. So we're talking about this right here, and it being a heading. So down here it says, which of the following follow these steps to analyze the author's use of this text feature. So what is this text feature called again? Y'all in the class. Come on, y'all. A what? A heading. Let's write that in there right now. Right here. Identify the heading is, oh wait, the heading is, it is all about the altitude forward. Wait. Oh, I guess it says follow these steps. So the heading is a question related to altitude and running. What? That doesn't make sense to me. Oh well. A question about altitude. I'll shorten it. What is humming? I'm gonna put this in here. Heading. Heading. I'll move my hand in a second. Heading. That's what that is. A heading. It's like kind of like a subtitle, I guess. Heading. Y'all don't have to write heading part. It says the heading is a question about altitude. You'll see those. You'll see a lot of headings like in newspaper articles. Why? Yeah. Yeah, there you go. It could be what that paragraph or what that page or maybe that chapter is about. Yeah. Similar to, maybe not the whole main idea, but it could be part of the main idea. Yeah. So, Jacob, you kind of answered number 2. She says, why does Veronica Ellis include this text feature? Why do you think she included this? You just kind of said, like, somewhere along the line. Why did you say they include headings? What did you say, Jacob? Repeat it again. What did you say? Just, yeah, like right just before that, you said why, I said headings, and you said something about the author included it for what? Or why they would include it. With what? Why do y'all think, y'all online too can answer, why do y'all think the author included this? You can understand what though? What is in the heading? What's that word? What is that word? It starts with A. Here. So we can understand how altitude helps runners become successful. To understand how the altitude makes.
Wait, Miss, can smoke hurt your lungs?
Yes. Yes. All right, come on, guys. Go. Adverb. Oh, you can't see it? Sorry. We'll probably go over this, but we won't get to it today. Six. Man, I really wanted to read social studies today, but oh, we could probably watch a video about the plane. It's really like chapter 2. It's really long. Oh no, social studies is working right. Great Plains region. Social studies is working. Right. Can y'all not see it? Sorry. You should have told me how to zoom in. I would have zoomed in. I could have zoomed in way bigger so you could see it. The heading. I'll get this, Chloe. When you're done, put it up and get your social studies book out. Social studies is actually working. We won't probably do anything in it, but we'll read our chapter at least. Your red book, page 84 in your red book. Woo! Or maybe, yeah, school's almost over. That's why I said we probably won't get to anything in the chapter. We'll only read the chapter, I think. We have to, your red book, social studies. My world. Are y'all done? We're moving to my world when you're done. Rocking and rolling. Literally. '84. '84. North Central Plains region. Okay. Moving on. Social studies, page 84. In your My View, your red book says my world book. I'm gonna confuse all of y'all. Red book. Social studies is working. 84. Social studies is working. Don't ask me why our other one wasn't working, but chapter 2, lesson 3, if I can find the page. We were probably just gonna read this and that's it. Maybe not even all of it. The North Central Plains region. Bunch of plains. Let's see. Page 84. Follow along. I might ask y'all some of y'all on the computer questions since y'all been all over the place. And there's only 6 people here. Sweet Larry James. Alrighty.
Lesson 3. The North Central Plains region. I will know what communities are like in the North Central Plains region. Vocabulary: plain, cultivate, livestock. Pecans are shaken from the trees and harvested after they fall to the ground. This tractor is gathering pecans that have fallen. List other Texas crops you can think of that grow on trees. Continuing east from the Great Plains, we come to the North Central Plains region of Texas. Locate this geographic region on the map. The land. The North Central Plains region starts at the Caprock Escarpment and stretches east. A plain is a large area of flat land with gently rolling hills and few trees. The elevation of this region rises from about 400 feet in the east to 2,000 feet in the west. This geographic region is broken into 3 smaller areas: the West Texas Rolling Plains, the Grand Prairie, and the Cross Timbers. The Cross Timbers is divided into eastern and western sections by the Grand Prairie. The Cross Timbers area has soil that is good for growing tall trees such as pecans, oaks, and elms. Like the rest of Texas, the climate in this geographic region offers hot summers. Depending on the elevation, winters can be cool or cold. Compared to the mountains and basins region, the North Central Plains region is much wetter. The annual rainfall ranges from 30 inches in the east to 20 inches in the west. 1. Identify the vegetation found in this geographic region. In the text, underline the trees that grow in the Cross Timbers. Compare geographic regions. The North Central Plains of Texas cross the state border and sweep upward across the United States and into Canada. Most of this is good farming land. However, as one moves north, the climate changes. Farther north, there are more clearly defined seasons with more rain and colder winters. The North Central Plains of the United States are located near the Great Lakes. This geographic region is more commonly known as the Midwest. It is also sometimes called the country's breadbasket because so much grain, especially corn and wheat, is grown there. There are large plains in other parts of the world as well. The European plain covers much of Europe. As with the Central Plains of the United States, agriculture is important on the European plain. 2.
Nope, we're moving on. Next page, 86. You gotta finish this.
Farming and industry. The eastern and western Cross Timbers may look like 2 different areas, but the areas are connected along the Red River. The name Cross Timbers comes from the strips of forest that cross the prairies. People have modified this geographic region by cutting down trees to clear land so it could be used to meet their basic needs. Some of the reasons they cleared land was to make room for farms, ranches, houses, or businesses. However, this is still the best area in the North Central Plains for growing trees. People have adapted to the environment by planting crops that grow on trees, such as pecans and a variety of fruits. Area ranches raise cattle, sheep, and goats. Other resources include oil, gas, clay, sand, stone, and gravel.
Pardon this interruption. This is just a reminder to second grade that we need you packed up and outside by 2:50. That's 5 minutes from now. Third, fourth, and fifth grade teachers, we need you packed up and outside no later than
West Texas Rolling Plains area has an important cattle raising industry. It is the site of some of the state's largest ranches. There is also flat land that farmers can cultivate or use to raise crops.
Third, fourth, and fifth, we need you outside by 2:55.
Really? They changed the time?
Unlike
again?
the mountains and basins region, which is dry and rocky, this geographic region has rich soil. Farmers here grow wheat, cotton, and sorghum.
Sorghum.
There are oil fields in this area too. The Grand Prairie area is a grassy land, which makes it good for raising livestock, such as beef cattle, dairy cattle, sheep, goats, hogs, chickens, and turkeys. Livestock are animals that are raised by farmers. Corn and other grains, as well as cotton, are grown here. Limestone, sand, and gravel are among the area's resources. Grand Prairie is also the site of Dinosaur Valley State Park.
Ooh.
Here, visitors can see footprints
In
left by dinosaurs
Oh, the
long ago.
state of Tejas, you can go and see dinosaur footprints. That's pretty cool.
3. Describe ways that people adapt to the environment for agricultural production. Cities in the region. The chart shows some of the cities in this region. Most of these cities were first located near railways or grew larger once the railways arrived. Abilene was founded in 1881 as a railway town along the Texas and Pacific Railway. Originally focused on agriculture, Abilene now has an economy that is based on oil, agriculture, and business. In addition, there are 3 universities in Abilene.
Is that something coming for you already? All right, y'all can go ahead and put that over. Y'all on Zoom, I will see you tomorrow at 8:15. What time are we showing up tomorrow?
8:15.
Okay, I will see you tomorrow. Bye.